Salah in the Mega Cash 56. And I'm with you, Gav. I was quite surprised. I think Mick said it's like his second time to Mount Gambier.
Lockie Cord makes his way to the Speedway. So too does the V28 of Andy Hughes. Chase Randall in the USA 9. Andrew Priolo in the 8. Matt Eagle, the 52 car. Boy, they've had a big week. Sunday night, heard a race car headed all the way back to Adelaide. Rebuild a new one. Corey Braum and the Jeff and Michael Brown family, owned and operated number 52, have put a new piece together, and they were very good again last night at Borderline Speedway, Mount Gambier. Famously now, James McFadden goes into the history books as a repeat winner of the King's Challenge. If you were playing on Wednesday night, Ryan Newton, the young Queenslander, picked up a very popular win. That was down at Avalon Raceway for the President's Cup. So we continue to improve the times. Matt Eagle, Andrew Priolo, Chase Randall. Wade confirmed how good he's been down at the avocado-shaped Simpson Speedway. They've only competed in competition in sprint cars twice in 2025, and Chase Randall is unbeaten. So welcome everybody tuned in North America, courtesy of our good partners at FloRacing. Gee, they've had a big influence in Australian sprint car racing over the last 4 weeks as well, with High Limit over at the Perth Motorplex. We welcome you all viewing here tonight at SunGold Stadium, Premier Speedway, Warrnambool, for the Flying Horse Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic. This is the 52nd running of this time-honoured event. Over $300,000 in prize money will be paid out across the next 3 nights. A $40,000 to win feature on Sunday night, well over $100,000 on the main event in its own right, more than $40,000 on each of the prelim nights, plus your Bs and your preliminaries. A bunch of great prizes and awards, as well as that ever-popular R&M Securities Best Presented Car and Crew Award. As Wednesday's winner in the New Trend Homes, number 66, Ryan Newton, carrying our onboard camera this evening over the right-hand shoulder of Ryan Newton. It'll be a real indication of how much the head and the helmet bobbles around. You can see that mandatory Tezuda that is our concussion test. Boy, and I didn't want to go there, but it's a good look at it.
Hey, which question without notice here, Gav? Colour scheme prefer on Veely, the black and gold or the grey and white?
I love the white. I really do. I know you'll say black and gold as Jamie Veal is in this hot lap session. So too is Cole Macedo, Ryan Newton, David Aldersley in the 64. Kinzer Claridge, you can see that silver top wing in the Queensland 47. Woodham's Petroleum. Number 47, that indicates getting upside down last night. Cam Waters, as we continue to hot lap here at SunGold Stadium. We've almost shaved another second off as we continue to develop the track leading into the important qualifying. These are the cars that will take part in flight number 1 here tonight in night number 1. So effectively our 84 car field has been split right down the middle, seeded into a flight 1, flight 2 qualifying situation. So Cam Waters, boys, on the cusp of some big results. He has been so good at times this season in what has been a limited appearance in sprint car racing. He's a supercar star. For those that are wondering, he's also ventured to the US to compete on the world's biggest stage. If you're looking at a NASCAR situation, Infinity, and certainly a truck situation anytime the opportunity arises. And you can see why the mud scrapers will be in effect on the underside of Ryan Newton's number 66. Look at that spray right up the left and the right hand of the underside of the top wing. Also a great look at the wing ram that's hydraulically operated. Looks like it's pushed all of the way forward at this point. Stevie Trigg will give us a lot in that. So high 12s as we work our way forward. Bathed in sunshine here at SunGold Stadium, Premier Speedway on night number 1 of the Classic. We do it all again tomorrow night for night number 2. Great to have Wade Oranger joining us on the infield. The boys are up in the booth. Drake York, our American visitor, as Tim Moth Gleason just wanders over to get the best vantage point as his driver in the 68. Brett Milburn is about to roll out onto the speedway for his hot lap session. So we go right back to the start. The lobbying has been in effect as Ryan Potts in the 24 will lead us off. Brett Milburn, Jesse Attard in the 55 in the Supreme Poultry Sydney Tools entry. And there is Terry Rankin We talk a lot about Terry's off-track exploits. He's the current president of the Victorian Formula 500 Association. Most recent round winner of their Stampede Series last Saturday night down at a little joint called Nyora Speedway, who had monster trucks on the program and a packed 4,000-strong crowd on the eastern suburbs of Melbourne. And Terry was in victory lane while being the club president. Comes back to run a 4:10 in the Classic this weekend. Michael Stewart, Todd Bull, Stephen Loader, and that is your first group. Very shortly we'll line them up for qualifying for flight number 1 here at SunGold Stadium.
Track is noticeably faster now in this second session. It stepped up. We knew it was going to come. Pods are 13.01. Milburn 12.8. Rankin 12.6. We'll get to low 12s here very shortly, I'm sure of that. Attard 12.545. Loader, Attard, Rankin swapping backwards and forwards. Terry Rankin 12.361. And you go back to Jesse Attard 12.545. And I noticed that Corbett went back and Triggy gave me the thumbs up. Trig, I don't know if he got to actually have a chat with the guys or not, but you definitely gave me the thumbs up that Jai got the problem sorted. So let's hope it was one of those sometimes troublesome mag boxes, Triggy.
Yeah, exactly what it was, Wade. Exactly what you had in your hand before, showing everyone on that big screen. 2 Zeus's, swapped it out, and they were good to go.
It's amazing how finicky those little things can be. There's such a critical element. There's only 2 things it can be, right, when you have a problem. It's either methanol or it's a spark.
Yeah, and the hard thing for them guys is they said they didn't even wash the car or nothing. After Mount Gambier, it was a wipe over and everything. So it come exactly how it was off the racetrack. So just shows you how little problems can come in even when you haven't done any maintenance.
Priolo's doing a great job as always. The West Aussies. We remember, don't we, Gav, when Pino started to do that epic travel across from Perth. He'd the red eye on Friday night out of Claremont, and he'd make it to Parramatta Saturday, him and Kathy, and then go back. So the Priolos are no stranger to travel.
And we loved him as well. A Friday night one venue, Saturday night the next. More into the straight line drag racing these days is Pino.
Well, he's hung that up now. He's actually a professional golfer. He's playing on the PGA.
Semi-professional, hang on.
Priolo Golf Association, the PGA.
So a lot of work going on, tyre pressures as well. Gee, Michael Stewart's been a weapon, isn't he? We know how good he is in a speed car. To go to Wing Sprintcar Racing, Scotty Jones and the Bohud Racing outfit have afforded him, and with good reason, an opportunity to compete both up and down the east coast of Australia. Terry Rankin getting himself into position. We are about to go qualifying flight number 1. Now, the much talked about point system is in effect again. 200 points here in qualifying if you go quick time, and there's 2-point increments. We then draw our attention to the heat races, where if you win your heat, you'll garner a further 200 points.
Correct.
But instead of the formerly 12-point increments, it's been reduced to 8.
Right.
So there's been a significant adjustment to try to narrow up the distance in the heat races. So a big thanks to Tony Loxley and the team at Full Throttle Publishing. Boy, they put out that beautiful, hard-copied 50th anniversary classic publication. Captured what is, all things considered, one of the greatest events in Australian sprint car racing. For the Classic, first born way back in 1973 off the back of the 1972 Australian Championship that Graham McCubbin famously won.
And really cool, Jeff Rounds has done a great job on this Classic program here this weekend as well. I had a flip through. Roundsy absolutely lives and breathes it, the man from Stafford's Jewelers, and really put a huge effort in. Cool, too, that we're inverting from 8 in the second heat now, rather than just completely flipping the field.
You're on to this.
Discussion point.
Have you read the format for the first time in your career?
I actually did.
How many points to win tonight's main event?
Oh, shut up. I know what the invert is.
Love your work, Wade Aundress. A little sweet.
That's your job. You're the brains. I'm just the bloke that laughs a lot.
Great to have you here as our Classic winning team also makes a welcome return with Mick Saller at the wheel of the New South Wales 56. Geez, Dad Mark was pumped up after last year and actually put the race car, the winning race car, in the lounge room to celebrate his birthday, and it lived there for a minute or two before they found a better home. So moments away, folks, from pushing off flight number 1. Big hello to everybody in tent land that's settling in. Of anybody, look at the trolley that's being brought in as they will move into town for the next 3 nights.
Yeah,
there is the good folk. It's a hardy bunch, Wade Orangey. You need all of the protection you can get when you're sitting up there with them pelting you from the racetrack.
They love it.
And with good reason as well. Here we go, Warrnambool. Classic qualifying is underway. The Arbonne equipment number 29 of Terry Rankin joining him. The iDigit number 68, the Jet Brett Milburn. A wealth of experience for Milburn, not so much for Tez. Despite his age, a limited schedule, but he does a great job. Rankin opens up with a 12.034. Milburn, a thumping 11.800. He goes quick time. Can Rankin improve? He does, but he stays position number 2. Oh, and Milburn with a little more insurance with an 11.794. Put your hands together for Brett Milburn, going quickest of the first pair. He opens up with a time that everybody's chasing here in Flight 1 qualifying.
Ryan Potts on the raceway now, the RPM number 24. He turned out hot rod. Looks like having a solo pass. So got the track to himself, the NQ 24. We'll have a look at his first up lap. Just making sure, 11.887. Second fastest for Potts. 11.887. He hammers that thing into 3. This is like a handy lap. Handy lap it is. 11.887. He stays at second fastest. Milburn still owns number 1 spot, 11.7. 9.4. Potts goes to second, 11.887, and rank 11.938.
So Michael Stewart, Todd Moole. Stewart fires the Armour RC. Number 14. He rips through turn number 1 and 2. Todd Moole is coming with him. Chasing the Brett Milburn time at 11.794. Stewart back to the main straightaway. 4th quick, 11.995 on lap number 1. Moole goes P4 and 11.971. A little better than Michael Stewart's earlier effort by just a few moments. Stewart goes 3rd quick at 11.893. Oh, Todd Moole fires a big shot over the bow of everybody else with an 11.582 to be quick time. Put your hands together for the young Victorian in the D26. It's a big lap.
Stephen on the raceway in that number 10 car. Load up. Getting quicker and quicker every time we see him out there. Jesse Attard with him. The Sydney sider and the Victorian. Let's have a look at Loader, 11.767. Straight into second quick. Attard bumps him back just quickly. 11.640. Can Loader improve? Wow, Jesse got a little unsettled in 3 and 4. Loader will stay in P3 with 11.767, and Jesse Attard doesn't that striking red and white paint scheme with the big chook right in the middle of the wing, runs P2 11.640.
Boy, look good. Andrew Priolo driving the Gold Star Transport WA8, joined by the New South Wales 56, who's on the clock. Mick Salla, classic winning team from 12 months ago. This is a team that Aaron Reitzel won the 2024 version of. Waiting for Salla's first lap. 8th quick, 12.178. 7th quick for Andrew, 11.924. Both, I'm sure, will be hoping for some improvement. Salla, 9th, 12.178, his best lap. Priolo, beautiful lap at 11.733. Gets the WA8 to position 3. 3rd quick. Good lap from Priolo. Salla, 9th quick.
Matt Eagle on the raceway now. Was very racy last night at Borderline. He's joined by the quickest chicken. So you got an eagle and a chicken. Split him if you will. Let's have a look as Matt Eagle looks to lock his first one in. It'll be somewhere near the pointy end. P2, 11.620. 11.620. Randall goes 7th, 11.863. 11.863. Can he improve? No, he cannot. Randall, can he improve? And he stays at P7, 11.851. So Eagle goes to P2, 11. 6-2-0.
You looked at that awfully closely.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't thinking, did he improve on that or not?
Nice to see the Sander Engineering Fire Service Plus. Number 9 of Lockie Corn fires his way off turn number 2. Joining him, the NTI Insurers, number 28 out of Victoria. This is Andy Hughes. Corn's first lap. 12th quick, 12.248. Big day to you, Steve. Watching, no question. Hope you're well, feeling better. We wish you well. Andy Hughes goes 11th quick. Corn remains 13th as Andy rockets his way to P7, 11.823. Lockie Corn, 12.248, his best lap, he's 13th. So 7 for Hughes, 13 for Lockie Corn.
All right. This is a bit of a character for sure on the racetrack. The Buzzard and Kinzer Claridge. Kinzer, always an entertaining interview. David Aldersley. Let's have a look at what Kinzer can come up. Oh, there's trouble. Kinzer shuts down. So he will cruise across and at least get the lap. That's the good news. 14.135. 14. Whoa, Buzzard. Holy cow, Buzzard. Putting on a show. So Aldersley will stay 13th, 13.209, but got style per hour, not so much mile per hour. Putting on a show.
So the Queensland 66, New Trend Homes. Queensland Business Sales, your Avalon President's Cup winner on Wednesday night. Ryan Newton firing on all cylinders as he approaches the start. He's on the first of 2 flying laps, driving for Colin McQuinn. The McQuinn Electrical GTS Freight Management number 6. This is Cam Waters. Newton's first lap, 11th quick, 11.894. Quick time! Cam Waters in the V6 goes number 1. That is a big lap. Newton improves 2 spots to be P10, 11.853. And Cam Waters, just to make sure, goes quicker again. Hey, Warrnambool, how's that V6 Supercaster? Cam Waters goes number 1, 11.517, and that's the time that everybody's chasing.
He's very good at qualifying. There's no doubt about it. When he's on the track by himself, he's extremely precise at hitting at his marks. Here's a couple of rippers right here. Jamie Veal and Funky Colmacedo. Veal expects something special, and we get it. P2, 11.548. What about Macedo? He's currently 15th, and that will improve. 11.947. Veal stays in P2. Macedo, surely he'll step that up from 15th, and he does. Position 6, 11.698. So Jamie Veal, 11.548, goes to P2, and P. Colmacedo.
So Flight 1 qualifying, I feel like there's no surprises for Veal to go to P2, current leader of the Total Tools Warrnambool Sprint Car Track Championship here at the Bull. But hey, Warrnambool, how about some noise for your Flight 1 quick time? Driving the V6, it's Cam Waters. 11.517, he goes to the top. Jamie Veal is second quickest. And we always talk about that Alan Pollard Memorial for quick time across the Classic. That is only Flight 1. You've got Night 1, Night 2 to contest. And Cam Waters doing a cracking job.
Good job. About to climb out of this McQuinn Electrical GTS Freight Management Mildura Forklift Southwest Conveyancing Car. Come on, put your hands together, Warrnambool. Cam Waters. Man, you're good at this qualifying stuff, Cam. No doubt about that.
Yeah, I just got to get better at the racing bit, I think.
Mate, that's a pretty good birthday present for Al McKean right now.
Yeah, he's obviously had a fair bit on this week, so it's good for Al. Happy birthday, Alistair. And also probably my girlfriend. It was her birthday yesterday, so yeah, thankful for her to come down and watch me tonight. But yeah, awesome to go quick time. The car was really awesome, and we kind of had a couple of bad nights, so it's really nice to bounce back.
Have a look at your lap for a second. I can check it on the screen. We can check it out. Tell me what you're happy with this race car, where you think the thing is straight as an arrow.
Yeah, come off so good, and I could kind of run a little bit lower than I thought I probably should have been. So yeah, no, it's super nice to drive. You can't thank my whole team enough. They've really put, dig deep over the last couple of nights and made sure they've given me a real fast race car, and they've done that, and yeah, pretty happy to be able to convert it.
Congratulations to you, mate. Only half the job done, but at least it's on the way. Great lap on their screen, thanks to Clay Per View. Cam Waters, your quick time as we prepare for Flight 2 in just a moment. Daniel Trucking bringing us our replays.
Just to recap, Cam Waters, quick time 11.517. Second quick, Jamie Veal at 11.548. Todd Bull was third fastest, 11.582. Fourth was Matt Eagle in the South Australia 52, 11.620. Fifth fastest, Jesse Attard, New South Wales 55 car, 11.640. And 11.698 for sixth quick was good enough for Cole Macedo. Andrew Priolo was 7th quick, Stephen Loader 8th, Brett Milburn 9th, Andrew Hughes 10th, Chase Randall 11th, Ryan Newton 12th. Ryan Potts was 13th quick, Michael Stewart 14th quick, Terry Rankin 15th quick, and the important 16th spot, boys, Michael Saller in the New South Wales 56 car. 17th was David Aldersley, Lockie Corn in 18th, and Kinzer Claridge did only the one lap, spat the drive line out of the 47 machine. Back to the boys on the infield.
And D Mills, that 16th qualifying spot is so important because of that invert for the second round heat races that Wade Oranger expertly was indicating earlier on. If you qualify 17th, you're at the back of your heat race all night long, and from there it gets tough. So no question, 200 points in the bank for Cam Waters. D Mills, always good to have you here. Jake Morrell joining us upstairs as we get set for flight number 2, hot laps, here in a few moments.
Thanks, boys. Just a quick community announcement. We've got a vehicle parked in the Warrnambool side corporate box car parking area. It looks like it's a blue RAV4 and a registration plate, and we always get very careful reading these out at this time of year, is OUG095. OUG095, a blue RAV4 it looks like. You are parked in a reserve spot. We would ask that you please move that vehicle immediately. Big shout out to Tony Loxley, who's not here this weekend on knee injury, has kept him from the Classic, and is still proudly presenting qualifying tonight as a part of Full Throttle Publishing. So big shout out to Tony.
Jake Smith on screen in the Mapunga Grains number 72 car. Good on his family team. Love to see him get a big result. When you look around this field, I love the fact that there are so many people that have the capacity to just surprise and just jump up and get something done. And there's a ripping field that we have here this weekend. Triggy, I want to go back to a point you just told me off the microphone. So let's go back to that point that you were making. You were talking about scaling the cars and weighing in.
Wade, we've seen the 47 car just being weighed there with the rear end, the drive shaft had fallen out of it. Even though he was the last car to qualify in times, you probably wonder why you even bother him weighing. But if he doesn't go to the scales, he receives 0 points for qualifying. He might have missed the invert, but your night is absolutely cooked if you can't even score the minimum points of 100 and something points for the last position. So very important to weigh, even if you are the last car qualifying.
Jackson Delamont on screen there, Gav. What a great competitor and tremendous racing legacy, the Delamont family.
Yeah, he's been very good. Cooled off significantly as well, D Mills, as James Inglis hot lapping. This is the first group of flight number 2, perennial quick time recipient, including the 2024 Alan Pollard Memorial in the Lilies Lane Quarries. Number 25 is Jack Lee. Jackson Delamont in the 48. Cody O'Connell is one that I'm excited to watch. He's a lead foot around High-Tech Oils Toowoomba Speedway, the 49. Same can be said for Brody Davis, the young Queenslander from Cairns, driving for Bill Mann and Queensland Speedway Spares, the Driven Racing Oil, number 16. Little puff of smoke, hopefully just from the overflow. So hot laps for flight number 2, Group 1 cars is complete. So those cars will come infield and get themselves set for their qualifying coming up. Just worth a note, there's $1,000 for quick time tonight, so Cam Waters has one hand on it. We've just got to get through flight number 2, and when you get the likes of B-Rock, a former Classic champion in the field, you know you don't get too comfortable just yet, as how good to see Jai Corbett in the Corbett's group, NQ10 firing. He also calls Queensland home.
Yeah, crew chief Gazza is down here. Of course, we've got Andrew Shirley back with him here this weekend. Boy, man, you just never get to relax, Gazza, do you? There's always something going on.
Busy, doesn't it?
I guess it does. It was just a mag box.
Yeah, only something minor. It's all good to go now. He'll be out there having a red hot chop.
How do you go with the temper, mate? Because his old man gets fairly, he gets up and about.
They do say like father, like son, don't they, at times?
So the Corbett thing, it is a thing.
It'll just get him up on the wheel a bit more, Wade. That's the main thing.
That's what we like, mate. Good to have you here. Good luck.
Thank you.
So here we go. Dane Court, the Tritech GNC Forestry number 96 is out on the Speedway for this second group of hot laps. So too is the all-seal drum and golf number 21 of Jordan Brazier. Dennis Jones was exceptional on Wednesday night of the 17. Good to see Kerry Madsen in this group. So too the 33 of Brody Appleby. Callum Walker in the Queensland 23. Keep an eye on Kerry. Was on the podium on Sunday night, a three-time classic champion, driving the Diamond Bay Motorsports, number 26. Incidentally, that car almost won a classic maybe 7 years ago now, with Californian Corey Eliasson at the wheel, was leading the feature before getting together with a couple of back markers in turn number 1 and 2. Effectively, DNF was the end result for Corey and the Diamond Bay team on that occasion. They're back for another tilt. And Kerry Madsen goes quickest in the group with an 11.729. The Devil Race Karts Diamond Bay Motorsports, Geotech, number 26 out of Bunbury, Western Australia. Steve does a killer job on the tools. We know how classy Kerry Madsen is, and this weekend is the 20th anniversary of his first of 3 classic wins back in 2005.
Jordan Charge rolling onto the track on the main straightaway. Cool shot of Steamer just over there as well. Jordan in that Warren Eakins NT11. I think something special happened with that car. The driver is capable. Car is a rocket ship. Likewise, there's a guy who knows what it feels like. Remember that interview we did with G-Dub and Brock when they won the Classic over there in turn number 4. What an emotional moment it was for that team. There's another Classic winner. The SRV team, the number 1, the Western Truck Group entry, lays the title on the line next week at Clearview Accessories, Australian Sprint Car Championship at Murray Machining and Sheds, Murray Bridge Speedway. Chad Gardner on screen out of Tasmania. Several drivers, all young guns, with the exception, respectful exception of Tim Hutchins out of the Apple Isle. Currently quickest. Jones, Hallett quicker, 11.6. McHugh quicker, 11.64. So McHugh, Hallett and Jones. Derek Kelly, Jordan Charge, Lockie McHugh. I'll throw another interesting little smoky in it, you Gav, because that's what we're doing. Ryan Jones.
Yep.
How good was he winning that Speed Week round at Avalon? I think that really buoyed him coming into this event in particular. They elected not to run the last couple of nights, and now here they are fresh, and he's going to be one to watch.
Yeah, no question. A 4-time national 360 sprint car champion. Has Steve Stathey, team owner, crew chief, talking to Kerry. Very animated. You could see that Kerry was looking to, this is what I want it to do. Gee, he's been superb over such a long time, hasn't he? Even won his first feature at Knoxville Raceway in 1998.
People are still talking about his commentary, mate. People are still raving about how good he was on the microphone that time.
Surprisingly good, wasn't he? Had a lot of positive feedback from Monday night at the Thrill on the Hill. It was a wonderful interview then. So getting set, Jack Lee, the V25. He's the reigning quick time recipient from the 2024 Classic. Drives the Lilies Lane Quarries, Lee Contracting, Roadside Mowing. Number 25, calls Terang Victoria home. And joining him, Jackson Dallamont, the Mad Harry Steele Speed Vision. New South Wales 48. He's been qualifying well. Boy, he was lively on Brand Sprint Car Speed Week. Just quietly goes about his business, but brilliantly quick throughout this summer already.
How many multi-generational drivers did we just see in the last 3 shots? He went from Jordan Brazier, a 4th-generation racer, to Henry Tippman, a 3rd-generation racer, albeit his old man wasn't a sprint car driver much. Just kidding. His granddad was the greatest. John Tippman, an Australian Speedway motorcycle legend. So we're looking to rip in, Gav.
Jackson Dallamont, he's on the clock now. The General already thundering down the back chute. He'll work back to the main straightaway. Flight 2 qualifying. Big thanks to you, Locks. Full Throttle Publishing. General with an 11.526. Solid. 11.593. Uber consistent, this pair, as Delabon is P2. Jack looking for improvement. He finds an 11.429. And Delamont remains P2. His best lap at 11.593. Hey, Warrnambool, how's that Lily's Lane Quarries team? Put your hands together for the General, Jack Lee. Quick time with an 11.429.
Couple of rookies in the field throughout tonight. Two of them on track right now, actually. A couple of young Queenslanders, Cody O'Connell and Henry Titman. O'Connell kicks the 49 car, beautifully turned out. Looking to lack up the first one, 12.177. Titman, third quickest, 11.793. 11.793 for Titman, the 17-year-old. He'll stay third quickest. O'Connell goes fourth quickest, but well done, Henry Titman, 11.793. And Cody O'Connell, 12.056. So a pair of Queensland young guns out there.
The LGS equipment, number 80 of James Inglis. Nice to see Scatterfield smash repairs on the front wing for Jimmy Inglis. He's on the clock. And the Driven Oils Queensland Speedway spares number 16 of Brody Davis. Young Queenslander, as Inglis goes third quick and 11.662. Davis, sixth quick, 12.121, all up to Inglis. He fires out of turn number 4 to the main straightaway. Third quick he remains at 11.635, his best effort of his 2 qualifying laps. Brody, nice second lap at 11.770. And the Q16, P4, James Inglis is position number 3. And I know for a fact that $1,000 for quick time over the 2 flights will go to this little group, courtesy of that already quicker than the previous best, 11.429.
Callum Walker on the raceway and Jake Smith. Interesting young Queenslanders we've seen in the last 2 sessions. Smith working out a 4 to lock in his first lap. It's 6th, 11.920. 11.920. Walker goes 4th, 11.762. Nice job, Callum Walker. Another young Queenslander. Smith will stay 7th, 11.920. And Walker will lock into 4th, 11.714. Boy, there's some young talent in Queensland lately.
Exciting, isn't it? Here comes Jordan Brazier. Picks up the right front corner on the 21. Rips off turn 4 to get the green. Joining him, driving the G&C Forestry Tritech number 96. This is Dane Court. Brazier, first one back to the main straight to record his first lap in qualifying for flight number 2. 8th quick, 11.922. P8 for Jordan Brazier. Third quick for Dane Court. 11.628. Brazier looking for improvement. Won't find it, stays P6. Best lap at 11.753. Dane Court looking for more. Woo, boy, he finds it. He'll stay third quick in the V96. Hey, Warrnambool, put your hands together for Dane Court. No surprise, the 2018 Classic champ, Corey McCullough, is swinging the tools on that 96.
Dane's been really good the last few nights I've seen him. Gary Madsen on the raceway, joined by Jai Corbett in that Q10. Let's have a look at Kerry. He'll be the first one to lock in a lap in that Diamond Bank Motorsport entry. Kerry goes to P2, 11.590. Corbett, where does he go? 5th, 11.628. How about thou, Madman? Still second, 11.569. And can Jai Corbett improve? Still stays in at P5, 11.628. Kerry Madsen goes to second quickest, 11.569.
Boy, solid. The General still quick time. The DJE CNC machining number 17 of Dennis Jones. Joining him on the Speedway, the Tasmanian, the AWC Motorsports Sheffield Hotel. Number 33, Brody Appleby. Chasing Jack's time, Jones goes P8 and 11.726. Appleby sits P11, 11.779 as Dennis Jones completes qualifying in P7 thus far. An 11.673. 14 cars have completed qualifying thus far, and Brody Appleby jumps up a couple to be 9th quick. 11.722 for Appleby, and 7th for Dennis Jones in the 7.
He's really impressed me lately, Dennis Jones. He's really kept his act up. Chad Gardner on the swing, driving that distinctive T45, and the real T. Terry Kelly on the raceway. Tasmania and Mildura. First up lap for Gardner, 11.716. 11.716. Kelly, 12.129 is 16th. Boy, howdy, all over the shop. Coming out of 2 was Kelly. Had to have a second stab at the throttle. And Gardner will stay 9th with 11.716. And Terry Kelly, 12.129, position 16.
So here we go, Jordan Charge, Ryan Jones, young Victorian and a seasoned South Aussie. Jones fires his way into 1 and 2, the Murray Machining and Sheds number 63. Here comes the Warren Eakins owned and operated NT11. Jordan is 14th quick. Jones has been good through Speed Week. He's 15th quick at 11.838. 11.823, the best lap from Jordan. Charge fires his way to P8, 11.697, 8th quick. And Ryan Jones stays position number 15. His best lap was an 11.838. The General, an 11.429, still in the box seat for the grand in the hand if he can stay there. Having said that, yeah, solid pair coming.
Having said that, let's say this. Brock Hallett and Lockie McHugh. So let's have a look. Can anyone pinch the $1,000 off Jack? Hallett out of 4. Oh, there we go. 11.334. I heard Lockie have a second stab at the throttle. He's 8th right now. 11.653. Hallett, can he improve? No. Can Lockie get it? No, he goes to P2. Come on, folks, put your hand together. Quick time and $1,000. Brock Hallett. That was, as you would call it, Gav, a thunderbolt. Boy, ripping lap for him. Nice
Nobody's surprised. He did that a bunch through Brand Sprintcar Speed Week. He's been doing it in the latter half of last season and also into this season. Big credit to Inglis Race Engines, providing the mumbo on the GW Racing Kaiser wheels. Q5. Oh, gee, that's solid. Just push him a little bit forward. He's done it again. Whew. He should be pleased with that. He picks up $1,000 for his efforts of being quick time. He was certainly the quickest car between Flight 1 and Flight 2. Won the 2023 Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic with an amazing last lap turn 4 pass on Sheldon Hordenshield to pick up a $50,000 payday. Finished second in last year's Classic event. Led the Australian Sprint Car Championship before a late race issue. And he climbs out of this very potent Triple X, driving the Q5. Hey, Warrnambool, how about some noise for Quick Time B-Rock? Brock Hallett getting it done. Big thanks to Full Throttle Publishing. A grand in the hand for being quick. You had us guessing the General was looking pretty good, but that thing is rocket ship fast again.
Yeah, put a new car together today. So big thanks to the GW Racing guys and Team B alignments for letting us use their shed. So boys have got it singing, and that's the first box ticked. So got to get through the heat races now and make sure we're standing up here later.
What was the issue with the previous equipment? I felt like it was okay.
It was just a little worn out. So this is the biggest race of the year, and you give everything you can to win this race. So just a credit to GW Racing, Inglis Race Engines for a thump and donk in there, and all the great partners we got on board. So yeah, job done.
Fond memories from a couple of years ago, even runner-up last year, probably not so fond as 2 years ago. But to be fair, this place has been good to you this weekend over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, we felt pretty good here. Track's got a bit of character in it, which is good. So definitely probably not what we thought after last weekend, but credit to Warrnambool and Premier Speedway for all their hard work to give us a good racetrack and feel like you can move around on a fair bit. So, like I said, all important heat race now to get through to make sure we're up here later.
Are you relieved now?
Yeah, definitely. Probably the most 2 stressful laps you do in the whole year. So to be able to be quick time on night one's really cool, and just goes to show how good of equipment we got to work with.
How great are the fans coming out on a Friday night? It's a work day here in Warrnambool, mate.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think anyone that works on a Friday in Warrnambool's a bit silly, but anyway, cool to see so many people here, and I'm sure it's only going to grow throughout the weekend.
Great job. Good luck tonight.
Cool, thank you.
Hey, Warrnambool, how about some noise for Quick Time? B-Rock, Brock Hallett picks up the grand in the hand. Big thanks to you, Tony Loxley, Full Throttle Publishing, as this was a cracking lap, wasn't it? Ripped in. Well, watch the 2 laps in its entirety as he works back to the main straightaway. A little bit of character. It was interesting that he noted that as he just rocked and rolled his way down the back chute. This was off turn number 3 and 4. I feel like, boys, we're in a much better position than already on Sunday evening. Drake York, good to have you here, and Brock Hallett. He has been thumping them in qualifying for much of this season as well.
Absolutely, and you heard him talk about that brand new equipment he's got, and he's going to be tough, of course, going after Classic win number 2 for the GW Racing Kaiser aluminum wheels. Q5 as we get closer and closer to getting things started here at the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic. Of course, heat races coming up next. And Gav, one thing that you got right there is pretty cool, especially that you can find at the Flying Horse Bar and Brewery. What is it?
Bingo. Now you wonder what our great partners, Mark McElroy and his team, and CUB, our wonderful partners, they've produced this, again, the classic winning beer. They're in a 6-pack. We'll see if we can get Michael onto that one. But mighty effort. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're live. That's available from the Flying Horse right now. It's got Aaron Reitzel. They have become a collector as the journey wears on. I think the oldest ones now are in existence maybe 10 or 12 seasons old, and that's out of the Flying Horse. If you haven't already done so, jump in there tomorrow. If you're there this evening, ask for it by name. The classic winning ale. Big thanks to our presenting partner, the Flying Horse Bar and Brewery, getting on board with us, and CUB. That's available at the Horse as we speak. We need to take a break. A little bit of track prep coming up. Appreciate everybody coming out and joining us. Big thanks to those that are tuning in worldwide through Flow if you're in North America or the remainder of the world, and particularly Clay Per View here in Australia, as we welcome everybody to the 52nd annual Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic at SunGold Stadium, Premier Speedway.
Local people. Great food and coffee, fuel at the right price. Atco Cafe 24/7.